Well, howdy. I have. Why? I don't even know what I was about to say. The structure of my past few videos. I feel like I'm not the greatest speaker in terms of. I think actually people just have scripts. Because the way I was thinking I would formulate this, I don't know, my ideas, the way I would try to help people is be traditional. But I think, I don't know, the core of this YouTube channel was to talk to people or update my friends and people who care about things that I've been up to and my thoughts on things. And so I'm realizing now I can do both. I can do both things. I can take the idea of, I stuttered on that word, talking about my weeks or what I've been up to, as well as jamming in how or what I've worked through, because how I operate on a day-to-day basis is experience some situation that makes me uncomfortable or I feel new in, and then I try to, I don't know, build on my past or use my past experience and build on that by thinking, how do I want to react to this? What do I want to do? What's stopping me? And I think that's the self-therapy that I've kind of been doing over the past, not just the past few years. I'm just adjusting stuff on my own. It's just bothering me, just how it's not exactly neat and ordered. But in any case, I actually don't remember what I've even been up to since like the actual last video. Because the last two videos, I mean, if you watch them, it's had 2 weeks about what love is, what changes. Not very well structured, I think. However, I don't know. Let's just get into what's been on my mind recently. Maybe what I've been up. I don't know. Oh God, so much has been happening these past few weeks. I'm like settling in to adult life. I think now, like this weekend, I didn't have any crazy plans. I was able to do what I wanted to do yesterday, because the weekend before I had my friend come down from Greenville. We just did a lot in Atlanta. I mentioned that in the last video. But because this weekend there's nothing really. I just like studied with my friends between like 12 to 3:30. And then after that I cooked for the first time. It was pretty. It looks really good. I don't want to go through the whole effort of. It looks good. Trust me. It's honey soy chicken, rice, veggies. Very presentable, I think, at least for a first-time Chad dish that I've made. And I was pretty happy with myself. I think it was a long process. I was watching a YouTube video. It's a 4-minute YouTube video, and the title was How I Made 5 High-Protein Meals in Less than an Hour. It took me 2. Which is like, I mean, it's like my first time making something, right? So, like ever, like I'm not a cook. I don't claim to be, although I'd like to work towards being one and actually knowing how to make things and building on this knowledge, blah, blah, whatever. Like that, I think, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. God. But it was, I went shopping on Friday for all those groceries, and even shopping was kind of a skill. Not really. It's just like knowing what stores offer what. I went to Target. Target didn't have any groceries, and I went to this Publix here, and it had everything I needed, but Publix is more expensive. So I think ideally I end up, I don't know, going to Costco or H Mart, or my mom has been telling me to go to Hong Kong Market because there's just such a wide array of groceries there. And there's a cute Vietnamese cashier. She's like, you can talk to her. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. And I don't know. So at least I'm getting a hold of myself and things that I want to do. Because I want to be, my goal right now is to be a functional adult. Like, I'll go to work, I'll do my work, I'll have work to do, I'll take steps towards being social at work. I don't know. I need to connect better with my coworkers. I don't even know what the definition of functional adult is for me, but I just know there are things that I want to do. Like, I guess have a good lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle that's not fast paced. Because what I've been doing, oh God, I gotta meal prep breakfast, I forgot, fuck. So a lot of shit I gotta do. But yeah, I don't know, it's just, I'll be able to understand what my responsibilities are, what's important, and do those things. Because taking care of yourself is important. Eating well is important. Being able to do what you want to do is important, as opposed to wanting to do something and not being able to do it for whatever reason. And that's like, for me, working out 3 times a week, or at least 3 times a week, running, having food for me to eat, as long as I need food to survive. So, and I guess I want to put in the effort to buy ingredients and make food for myself, and dedicate time for that. Because I should do that as an adult. And I don't know, all the standards of living for myself are being raised in a way. I mean, I have money to spend. I'm working. I am an adult. I have a car. I have to do these things to take care of me and my space. I don't know. I realized I was missing a lot of random shit to cook. I was like, fuck. Anyways, though. Yeah. There's things I want to do. I want to be a better runner. I want to go back to running. Because, God, it sucks not be able to run, like, however many miles before, like, when I was training for that marathon. And I don't know how I'm going to balance that with work, because the company I'm at is, what do you call it? I mean, the work-life balance is fine. But I guess I just have to think about, I don't know, we'll see in the long run how I'll just do things now. I'll just work out when I can. I don't know. I'll set a lifestyle for right now, and then if I need to change it, I will. Because I need to work 46 hours. Or at least that's the goal. And I need to hit, enough hours where my percentage of worked hours goes to projects. I don't know. That's not very exciting at all. But, oh God, what else has been happening? I guess, now I'm trying to start to, I guess the gym term is cutting, where it's like you're losing weight, cutting weight. Because I realized I have a bit of fat. Not like, I think my body still looks good physically. Like, you can tell I work out, but it's just like there's pudge, which is fine. Pudge is fine. But for me, I want to be more physically aesthetic. I don't know. I also still need to get bigger. I need more size. But I think I'll just cut for a month and then bulk up and then do that every month, I guess, or like a cycle. I think that's how people do it. And then I just make the same stuff. I don't know. It's very exciting though, having food that looks good and is presentable. I'll be able to bring that into work and be like, damn, yeah, I cooked that shit. And I think I'm gonna try to get this recipe down first. It's honey soy chicken. Maybe I mentioned that. I did mention that. Honey soy chicken, white rice, and then caramelized vegetables, kind of glazed. Kind of. Maybe they're just cooked. I don't know. Because of my meal prep, I've just been bringing in like this whack ass shit of just rice, frozen veggies, and then frozen tenders. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, really, it's all about standards you have for yourself. And when you show, it's like, I know I'm capable of more, but what I'm showing when I pull out my lunch is that this guy can't cook. This guy doesn't put the effort to cook. And I mean, depending on who you are, then like you don't have to give a shit about what you cook. But for me, I know I can cook, or I know I can learn to cook. I know I can try at least to make something good and put effort into something for myself. So that's why I stepped up. That's why I decided to change. I don't know. I decided for myself that I wanted to meet. I knew I could meet it. I just had to put the effort in to do so. It was fun, honestly. The cleanup was fun. Cooking was fun. Well, yeah, the cleanup. I like cleaning. What can I say? Cooking and cleaning. If I can do that, if I can do that, I can be a trophy husband for sure. Fact. Where's I going? Where's I going with that? Oh yeah, but I don't know. I want to get more in shape. I don't know. Not more in shape. I guess I don't know how big I look though. Like to the average person. My lighting's a little good here. I feel like I can be bigger though. Like my biceps, not all that. I don't know. I'm just flexing on camera. But yeah, no, I ran for 2 miles today. Felt good. My knee didn't hurt because I upped the pace. I think I need to just keep doing that on the treadmill at least, and then I can try road running. God. But I am hungry though. Tracking calories is kind of difficult too, not gonna lie. Now I feel like I have a lot more clarity in what I want to do, what I need to do. I don't have this mental bullshit clouding me. Because I think the mentality I try to operate life with is be intentional. At every moment, is this thing that I'm doing helping me get to the place where I want to be? And if that's, like, my goal is being a functioning adult, right? Then cooking, buying groceries, cleaning my space. Those are all things that I need to do to be a functioning adult. And so when I think about doing these things, it's intentional, it's a choice. It's like, okay, I need to clean my room, I'll do this right now. And it's catching yourself and it's thinking like, if you don't want to do it, then why don't you want to do it? And I feel like those questions are really important to ask. Why don't you want to do this thing? And then if the thing in particular is actually bad for you, why do you want to do that thing? Like, I don't know, playing video games for hours and ignoring responsibilities. Like, for me, what I'm realizing now, like this month, I feel like I've grown a lot already, actually, being back in Atlanta. It's a good feeling. A lot of it is self-respect. I feel like, at least speaking as a guy who, one, didn't have a lot of love for women growing up, because I was, I don't know, suffering from the quote-unquote male loneliness epidemic, or at least like, I feel like I have hair back here that's like sticking out and kind of poking me. Like I was insecure. I felt very lonely, and I tried to compensate a lot by looking to external things. I think that's a part of the journey. Like, fuck ups are a part of the journey. You're not gonna get to the end realization without fucking up. But so I tried to fill up this void I felt with people, with video games, with porn. Like, I'll be honest, like, a lot of guys did that shit. I did that shit too. And looking back now, after I've grown a lot, matured a lot, experienced new things, new uncomfortable situations, and am focused on self-love. I don't know, it's all about the standards you set for yourself. Because, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Because when I was in that position of just wanting this thing, actually no, I think that's wrong actually. Because when you're insecure and lonely and you hate yourself and you're depressed and you have shame, you can't immediately flip everything on its head and then just do the things that are good for you and then expect yourself to feel better. That's bullshit. Like, people tell you that you should just go on walks, you should just check all these boxes, drink water, eat good food, and that, I mean, that'll help. Probably that'll help. But that is practicing self-love. And if you equate that with self-love, then maybe if you can feel yourself giving yourself love, then that's probably a good thing. However, that doesn't address the fact that you got a lot of unresolved shit inside of you. And that's what therapy's for, one. That's what new and uncomfortable situations are for, two. And that's really what facing your demons is about. Because at the root of all these things that hold you back, that make you feel insecure or shame or whatever, it's all like, it's an awareness game. Once you feel that thing, at least for me, what I've been doing is, okay, for example, this is my first time, or this is like my first month, almost my first month. I think, wait, this is 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just finished my 4th week at my job. And a year, 2 years, 2024, middle of 2024, when of my first co-op, I had a great deal of imposter syndrome. I was not sure of myself, and I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't like, I was just worried I'm gonna be like a failure, blah, blah, whatever. But now, I'm focused on doing my job. And there are still parts of me, though, that are hesitant to do some things or ask for work. Like, for example, my team has, it's an interesting culture to get used to, because at this company, it's a consulting firm. Everyone's very locked in on their projects. Everyone's trying to do work. Everyone's trying to hit their goals. And for me, the way I don't know, my brain operates is that I think I can't. I guess it was hard for me at the start to separate work from a social space, because I guess my internship experiences were very social. The company I worked at before, for my co-op and internship, I had fun intern friends. It wasn't very serious. But here now it's like completely different. So when I try to socialize, try to connect with them the way I know, I wasn't connecting with them. I was just like, okay, shit, what the fuck? So it was hard. And getting used to the dynamic of, I don't know. There have been a lot of moments where I'm sitting at my desk, I have no work to do, and as a new hire, my responsibility, as I understand it, is if I don't have work, shadow people who do have work, ask them questions, and just, I don't know, ask for work. And those two things, I feel like aren't things I'm used to doing, because, I don't know, when I sit down at the office at 8 and I have nothing to do, I know I have nothing to do, I just immediately just right off the bat just go over to someone's desk and shadow, which is like, logically, yes. But for me, there's just something like discomfort holding me back. I'm just like, this feels weird. It feels not socially normal or acceptable to me. Just like, is like someone coming over right off, is that, I guess I'm thinking in the lens of being afraid that I'm going to do something weird and then these people aren't going to like me. And it's like, but then I realized, like, at the end of the day, I'm still going to do the thing, because I'm not going to sit here, lose out on this goal I need to hit for project hours, this project hour percentage I need to hit by just sitting at my desk and doing nothing. That's going to hurt me. And so I have to be the one that stands up for myself and do this thing. And so no matter what, I still have to do the thing. And all this thinking isn't doing the thing. So why don't I just do the thing? And I think for some people, that kind of process is a lot harder. Not because we're born that way. Because I think for me, if I was in this situation 2 years ago, I would not be able to stand up for myself. It's not even like standing up for myself. It's really just doing something for me. And that's just because I think I didn't have enough social experience to understand this is fine. This is what's acceptable here. And I think that's not the root, but just says a lot about our emotional maturity. I don't know, because I think people, if I like go on Twitter or something, people make blanket assumptions about women dating. At least that's what my algorithm's been about, and just people in general, demographics in general. And I think that speaks to a lack of social experience. Because if you go out and you meet people and you take things as they are, and you just learn, you sit in this space for years, all that's bullshit. Like, no one's thinking about that shit. You're sitting on the internet saying, oh, all women want 6'2" men. All women, they just want people who make 6 figures and spend money on them. And it's like, it becomes very obvious where you get your perception of reality from, because you're not grounded in reality. It's, I don't even know. People really need to get off the internet. That's it. I don't know. Go outside, touch grass, socialize in person. Learn to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable, and develop social skills. I think that's something I'm doing right now. I'm experiencing a lot of social situations I've not been comfortable with before, or they're new to me, but I'm learning. And it's just like, okay, it's not like, I feel like social anxiety is something that's very normal. Maybe not, what's the phrase for it? It's very widespread. And I think a lot of that stems from the fact that you see these people who are successful online, who appear to be successful socially, and we look for models, or we look for people to model and be like. And then so when we're met with those expectations, we step into reality, it's like, oh shit, we're lame. Or like, I don't know, so even subconsciously, it's just like, you're thinking about all these people, you see all the success, but then in reality, it's nothing like it. Then you're like, shit, what am I supposed to do? And it's just like, all of that, I think, not all of it, but I think a lot of people could benefit from finding more social spaces. I think in some circumstances that is difficult. Like when I was back home in Massachusetts, I don't know. At least what I did growing up was just video games. But now that I'm in Atlanta, I'm trying to do a lot more. I'm trying to be active more outside of everything. I don't know. Like depending on your circumstances, it is like, may or may not be easier, may not be harder. But God, I guess it's complicated if you're not in a city. I don't know. I feel like there are ways. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to imagine. Like if I was back in my hometown, how I would try to socialize and meet new people. But I guess I would stay with the people I know. And if I want to meet new people, go to neighboring towns, go to their bars, talk to people in these adult social spaces, find rec leagues, or just looking up adult social clubs. I think there are things that exist that we don't know about because of our lack of experience. Well, I'll have to figure out how to stitch these 2 videos together, but I just ran out of storage. Anyways, though, because at least right now, being in Atlanta, I'm very fortunate that I still have my friends from college here because I can do something. I can hang out with them. But once they're gone, it's like, shit, what do I do? What can I do? And so there I'm gonna have to figure out how to meet new people. And I feel like that skill of asking yourself how is important. Because I think a lot of people don't ask themselves how enough. Like, you do these, say you're starting a new hobby, you want to learn something, you want to get better at this thing, you want to do this thing properly, you want to like get stronger, you want to be good at the guitar, you want to sing, you want to get better at a video game. You don't just do the thing. Of course you do the thing, but it's not the only thing that you do. You have to learn what makes up being good at this. What does being good at this thing mean? And breaking it down to their small components and parts is important. Like, what does being good at studying mean? If I just do the homework, if I read through the lecture material, is that studying? Do your test results reflect good studying practice? Or are there other ways to study? Is there the Feynman technique? Is there the recall method? Are there things that people have come up with in the past that you can take on and learn from and improve your studying? Like playing the guitar. Where do you even start? You find a book, you find resources that teach you where to begin, and then you learn from there. You start somewhere. And I feel like that's the biggest barrier to entry to things, is not knowing where to start. But I think that decreases dramatically when you think about how do you start. And once you do, like, I feel like things become a lot easier once you think about the core concepts of anything you want to get into. I kind of started playing pickleball recently. I need to actually dedicate time to do it. But thinking about how do I need to hit the ball, what movement, what is good positioning, what does, I don't know, a basic flow of the game look like when you're rallying, or just not that I'm not good at pickleball, right? But there are ways to break up all these things. Like, I guess I can talk about Siege, video games, right? Like, my opinion, if you try to get good at a video game, I think it's a very accessible and easy way to learn how to structure your thinking to improve at other things. Siege, for example, is a very competitive game, 5v5, very in-depth strategically. And there are a lot of moving elements. It's a three-dimensional game. There are many operators with varying abilities, and all the guns have different recoils. There are different ways to attack each site, each map, and there's a lot to learn. But starting with the core elements and figuring out which ones you should focus on to improve overall is very important. Like, I'm a good Siege player, or at least I'm a little washed, but I have the brain and ability to get back into it if I want to. It's like, I'm not gonna start off by telling people to, I don't know, practice using each gun. And maybe that's something that is a skill they need to practice, right? But that's not the most basic thing that they should learn. That is getting familiar with the maps, understanding where they actually need to push from, how to attack each site. And then from there, once they actually learn the map, they know where things are, then how can you attack with structure? How can you actually have a plan? How do you set up each site? How do you defend? How do you flank all these different positions, etc.? And it's like, that is at the very core of how you improve at anything. And I think people don't question that enough, or think about in their days, like, I'm doing this thing, I'm not getting better, why? Because you're not actually asking yourself why. You're not actually analyzing what components make up these things that you want to get better at. And that's what I think AI is actually useful. And so shoot me for advocating for AI in any shape or form. I'm not advocating for it to replace your critical thinking. I think it'll support you in modeling what critical thinking looks like. For example, if you don't know why you're good at this thing, it's like, okay, I've been practicing nonstop, what's wrong? That kind of question, that kind of line of thinking is not going to support you. If you put that into ChatGPT, it's gonna know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, can you give more information? Can you think more about what's going on? It's okay, I can't play this chord, or like, I want to learn this, or this sound when I'm playing on the guitar, it sounds wrong. And then maybe it'll tell you, check your fingering, or like, I don't know. I can't even, I don't know. Or I guess maybe another fucking Siege example. Like if you're trying to attack a site and you're trying to understand why this route is worse than this one, that's like asking ChatGPT, I think this route is good because of these reasons, but why is this route better? Or why is this, I don't know. That's kind of, I can't really think of an example. I haven't used actually ChatGPT in a while. I guess I can say though, actually, what I did use it for recently is just, I'm studying for my fundamentals of engineering exam, and there's a question I didn't understand. I didn't ask for it to just give me the answer. I asked, I'm looking through the solution that I have in this book, and I'm like, I don't understand the solution. And it's like, okay, it explained the solution, sure. But then there's another component that's like, wait, okay, I understand up to this point. Why is this term in this part of the equation? And then it's that kind of questioning, that line of thinking, that line of grilling that really helps you learn. That helps you figure out, okay, this is the intuition I need to develop, or I need to keep this in mind. And I feel like people bundle up all the ChatGPT users to like brainless, can't think for themselves idiots. But if you, it's everything is a tool. Social media is a tool. But people doom scroll all the time. I don't think you see enough people shitting on doom scrolling. Well, I mean, there are people that do it, but I think we need to do it more. But there are ways to use ChatGPT to actually accelerate your learning, your critical thinking, and support you, as opposed to just assuming people just use it to offload their thinking. Because if you're stuck at something, like you get a teacher, you get a mentor to help you. That's a similar concept, but it's just in how you approach it. I don't know. So, God, I don't even know where I was. I just went on a tangent about, yeah. But that's why you suck at things. If you suck. I don't know. Like, if you suck at it, then really dig deep into why or how you get better. Like running. Running is a fucking hard thing to get into. And people are just like, oh, running, like, I mean, I guess there are like some objective, like it might be bad for your knee. I don't know. I don't know anything about the research or anything. But I know for a fact that bad shoes can hurt you while you're running. Bad form can hurt you while you're running. But people don't think about form. People don't think about, how do I actually need to run? What biomechanics do I need to fix in order to be a good runner? Because people just go out and do it. And that's fine. But if you want to be a good runner, then you have to ask yourself those questions. If you don't care about being a good runner, then it's fine. If you don't want to do it, or like if you want to, like if it hurts you, or you don't care, then it's just like, okay. But if you want to strive for more, then that's the difference between someone who's just casual for someone who is dedicated to being good. It's that kind of, that's my like line of thought. I mean, that's my train of thought is, okay, what techniques do I need to learn to be a better chef? How do I actually make these things? What do I need to learn? What are the basics? What equipment do I need? I don't know. I don't know. I guess even for, actually, does that even work? I don't know. Well, I guess, this is something I wanted to bring up anyways though, but I think I mentioned getting back to the dating apps. But now I actually have, out of like this past week, I had like, I don't even know, like I had a decent amount of matches, but a lot of them didn't work out. And I feel like the old version of myself who was inexperienced with the dating apps wouldn't understand the difference between what's going good now versus what I was doing incorrectly before. And even like that's even me like a week ago. I was just the things I was trying to do to, I don't know, find a good partner on these dating apps. I was just modeling behavior incorrectly. I don't know. I watched Good Will Hunting, and the Matt Damon was in it, and he seemed like he had just general charismatic, positive, fun qualities. I was just like, why am I not trying to be more like this person? Because I know I am outgoing, fun. I can be, I don't know, silly, whatever, playful. But when I'm initially matched, but I've had a bad habit of matching with people, being very formal and respectful, and like kind of weird and funky. It's just like, why am I doing that? And then I realized it's because I had a fear of being myself on these dating apps. I'm just like, if I fuck up this thing, then it's just like I can't fuck this up. But that's the wrong attitude, right? Because on these dating apps, you want to find someone who connects with you, who cares about you. It's not just about finding a girlfriend. It's not just about ending up in a relationship and getting the girl's number. It's not just like these goals, not these check boxes. It's like, is this person a good fit for the actual version of me? And like I knew that in the past, but the actual, I guess, core identity or like whatever of my, like, I didn't feel that security or at least that confidence to do that. And I'm trying to think, I think I just have stopped being scared of how I come off to people, because there are things I want to do. There are end goals that I have. I can't worry about this bullshit. If I want to meet someone who connects with me and is a good partner for me, then I have to put myself, I have to be playful. I have to try doing these things. I can't worry about how it's going to come off, because it's like, that's like the vein of perfectionism is like, if you don't do it right, then what's the point? And that was kind of my attitude before, was that on these days I wanted to find like my perfect partner. I wanted to, I don't know, make sure I found someone who's good for marriage, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so I would go with that very serious, respectful, blah, 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 whatever. But me, I'm, at my core, I just dick around a lot. I'm playful. I like have a lot of energy. And it's like, is that the energy I'm showing to these girls when I first match with them? It's no. It's like I'm trying to be very serious, and it's like, that's fine too if I want to have that, right? But it's a balance of both. I need to show them that I'm serious, I'm capable of being serious and having good conversation, but then also someone who is fun to be around, someone who's attractive in that way. And that's the kind of element that I've been experimenting with. And it's like, I've like, I don't know how many girls have stopped talking to me, but there's one girl that I'm actually connecting with while we're getting to know each other, and I'm still being able to be myself, be playful, and having this conversation. It's like, it's good. And I'm excited to see where things go. And I feel like for guys on these dating apps though, the attitude is always, it's just like you get a match and then you don't know what to do. And that was my thing before. Like, I didn't know what to do. And it's a matter of actually, one, being interested in the person that you match, not just being attracted to them. Like, okay, they're pretty, but do you actually care about anything that they like? Like, do they seem interesting in their photos? Their prompts interesting? Do they have personality? And it's starting from there, being the one to initiate the conversation and having an interesting conversation about these things that they're doing, and mixing yourself into the conversation, whether that's playfulness or, I don't know, like, let's talk about the fucking like bad boy stereotype right now, right? Because I think people get misconstrued the idea. They watch movies, they look at people who are very, I don't know, successful in life on social media. It's like, oh, all these girls like the bad boys. But it's just like, these guys stand for something. They are successful, they have these qualities, and that's led them to that success. But you can also embody those qualities while still being a better person morally than them. Like, that's where the self-respect comes in. That's where the self-confidence comes in. That's where knowing who you are and knowing that you're okay without having a partner. If you're able to be yourself and be capable of connecting with women, then I think it's just a matter of time. On top of that, you still have to have good hygiene, good fashion sense, good haircut. I don't know. You need to be able to take care of yourself also. Like, guys really don't put enough effort into looking better and trying to be a better partner. Like, you don't have to put effort into these things, but it's like, one, survival of the fittest, because obviously, if we're going to go back to the analogy of, I don't know, the way nature made us. Like, I have seen comparisons of people just being like, oh, these animals have it so simple. They just get together, just do the thing. Okay. By those laws of nature, the women deem them capable partners and, I don't know, able to create strong offspring or be a capable leader. And it's like, if you look at someone who doesn't know how to take care of themselves, they can't clean, they don't know how to cook, blah, 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 like or just like whatever may be unattractive to different women, because different women have different things that they're attracted to. Are you someone that these women would be attracted to, that you would want, they would want to be a partner with? You really have to ask yourself that question. Are you like peacocks, show off their feathers, their colorful feathers, because they have to impress the women to find a mate? What are you doing to show your feathers to these women? Do you have good social skills? Do you have a good personality? Are you funny? Are you, like, what stands out about you? And this is not to shame people, because you don't have to change to find a girlfriend. You don't have to. But for me, I'll be damned if I don't try my best to be physically attractive, to be social, to be outgoing, to have good social skills, to have good social awareness, have friends, learn from other people, and meet new people, and just give myself as many opportunities as I can to meet someone that's a good partner for me. I'm not going to sit in my room, play video games all day, order takeout, not go outside, while at the same time thinking, oh God, I wish I had a girlfriend. I wish I had a girlfriend. I wish I had someone to love me. Reality is, you have to put in the effort. It's a fantasy to imagine that a stranger, like, friends can still love you, friends can still support you. But if you want to meet someone that is a life partner, that's a girlfriend that can treat you well, they step in your room, are you impressed to show them what they have, who they're dating? Are they happy with that? And if they are, then that's fine, right? But if you want to appeal to, I don't know, quote unquote, more normie demographic, I don't think I'm very normal. I think I'm pretty kind of weird. Like, I couldn't do like sorority girl, like whoever, like whatever. Like, I don't, that wouldn't work for me. They probably wouldn't give half a shit about what's in my room. Like, I'm not looking for them. I'm looking for someone who connects with me, my interests, my personality. Like, I got books. I've got, I think, good clothes. Guys just need a reality check. I don't know. Like, it's either be okay with who, like, you okay, at the end of the day, you should be okay with who you are. But that's a matter of, one, do you want more? And what would you need to change to get that thing? And if you're not willing to change for it, then be okay with the potential outcomes. But if you know what you want to work for it, then put in the work. And ask yourself, what is stopping you from putting in the work? Are you scared of new social situations? Do you not know where to start? But all these things can be addressed by asking yourself the right questions, by trying to learn and being okay with making mistakes, and have a good social support system also, and friends that care about you. And if you don't, then meet people online, find your community. There are plenty of spaces to meet new people, share interests, make new friends, and okay, again, it's gonna be harder for other people, for some people compared to others, but it's possible is the point. And yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I feel like all the effort that I've put in has been, it didn't really feel like it was for myself. It was for external validation. But now, all these things that I'm doing, I've been single for 23 years, right? And now I'm finally getting around to the fact that I'm capable of doing things for myself because I love myself. And even a year ago, I thought I had a good idea of who I was. But I've learned so much in the past year, and I've grown. And that's because I put myself in new situations, uncomfortable and difficult situations that were new and challenging and were difficult. But I didn't just sit down and take some fucking punches and just exist on the floor forever. I got back up, I kept pushing, and I learned from it. I did it again and again and again and again and again. Hundreds of times, if not thousands. I don't even know how many times I've just tried to wake up, push myself, and do something for me to be better, 1% better every day. And that's what it takes to grow. Having that awareness, catching yourself in the moments where you don't want to do something, or you do want to do something but you know it's bad for you. It's like, why do you want to do this? Why aren't you doing this thing that you know you should be doing? Whether that's taking care of yourself, your health, cooking food, eating food. Why do you want to play games all the time? What are you running from? And it's like there are very different questions you can ask yourself. But just think about who you want to be, what your goals are, and are you working towards the things? Are you working towards those things? Are the steps that you're taking every day getting you closer to that goal? And if not, reflect on why. Because again, you don't have to change for anybody. You can be yourself. But if there are things that are out of reach for the person you are right now, you have to ask yourself why. And do you need to change, or do your goals need to change? And that is what's important. I don't know. That felt better than my other fucking video. Damn. All right, well, I'm done. I gotta study. I gotta make my breakfast meal prep. Maybe I don't have to. I guess we'll see what I feel like. Which is not because I'm slacking off. It's because I'm, again, cutting, 1. And then 2, I have yogurt, and I've been eating yogurt in the morning, and then I'm drinking a protein shake, and that's been like 300 calories. And then that kind of works into my cutting goal. So I need more protein shakes though. I need to go to Walmart low key, or just order delivery. But yeah, anyways, so that's the video. Thanks guys. Peace.